My name is Sarah Smith. I'm one of the librarians here at Suffolk University. And today I'm going to show you how to use the library's OneSearch to find information for your projects. So with that, we'll get started. So we're on the Sawyer Library homepage. You can get here by going to www.suffolk.edu/sawlib, or you can simply Google it as well. Just make sure you ask for Sawyer Library, because we have 3 libraries at Suffolk University, so you might end up at the law library if you just Google Suffolk Library. So with that, we will scroll down. This is the OneSearch. It allows you to search just about everything that is in our library collection. There are certain databases that are not in the OneSearch, but for the purpose of this assignment, you should be able to find everything you need by searching in here. With that, we're going to go in and do an advanced search. So when you are off campus, you will be prompted to log in. You would log in just as you would for Blackboard or any other Suffolk University website. So just for me, username is your Suffolk email without the @suffolk.edu, and your password is whatever you have designated as your password. So let's log in. All right, so this is the OneSearch. I'm going to start off with a very broad search. I'm going to search for global warming. And search. All right, so when you search for something very broad, such as global warming, the first result you're going to get is called a research starter. I'm going to click on that. This is usually an article from an encyclopedia. So this provides a general information on what global warming is, the greenhouse effect, how it works, how it affects the causes, and studying and the significance. So this provides just general information of what it's from Salem Press Encyclopedia. So if you're not sure on what you would like to research, putting in something very general into the OneSearch and reading an article such as this, global warming, could help you narrow it down. Now with that, I'm going to go and do a slightly more specific search. So I'm going to be interested in global warming and extinction. Search. Oops. It helps if you spell things correct. Extinction. There we go. Search. And here we go. So we get 7,202 results. When you are searching in the OneSearch, because you are searching pretty much everything we have, you are going to get usually results in the thousands. I'm going to show you another way you can limit your results later on in this video. But first, it helps to start with a very narrow topic. So instead of just global warming and extinction, maybe we should add, say, a certain species, so like polar bears. All right, so now we only have 259 results. A lot better than 7,000. So in order to expand our search and get more results, we're going to use the word or. We've previously used the word and, global warming and extinction and polar bears. in order to get less results. Because that tells, when we use and, we tell the database, I want information has to have all three of these words in it. So anything that is about global warming and extinction, but doesn't have anything about polar bears in it, gets weeded out. Or would do pretty much the opposite. Or in this case stands for either or. So if we're going to do global warming and extinction or polar bears, what that would do is it would give us everything on global warming and extinction, and everything on polar bears. That'd be a silly search to do. The way to use or in this case would be for words that have similar meanings, synonyms. So we are going to use, there's a synonym for global warming, that's climate change. So on the same line, this is important, always put or on the same line. I have a little mnemonic device, same word, same line. It makes the database happy. Climate change, global warming or climate change, and extinction. And now we're going to search. So that gives us 444 results. Now there's one more way where we can get even more results, and that is through something called truncation. Now if we look at the word extinction, it has both the root, which is extinct, and then the suffix, shun. The suffix, shun. So if we remove the suffix and replace it with an asterisk, it will tell the database we need information on extinct, extinction, extincts, or extincting. Is that a word? Probably not. But anything that begins with extinct. So extinct or anything that follows. So search. So that gets us up to 528 results. I just want to point out the first result here, disappearing species. The mass extinction. Does Earth face a mass extinction of plants and animals? So this is a report by CQ Researcher. I'm going to click on it. If you are not 100% sure what you would like to write about, CQ Researcher is a very good database. It provides a lot of overview information, and you can browse either topics and subtopics within there. So this is CQ Researcher. That's a good first step if you don't know what you would like, and you can find it underneath the database tab in the library website. You could either go in, I would go in by name, since you know the name of the database, and just put in, be under C, and you'll be able to search this. So this provides a lot of good information, provides overview information, tells you the history, which is under background, current situation, which describes the situation as of the date that this report was written. So this report was written November 30th, 2007. So it's going to be a little bit out of date. So keep in mind, things have changed since 2007, and unfortunately, it's gotten a lot worse. Outlook, which would probably be future. Often it's future possible solutions and policy, maybe some legislation that might be in the works. Then there'll be a pro-con section. I like to point out the pro-con section because they have a really focused research question. So a research question is basically the question you answer with your research. The answer to that question will be your thesis. So their research question here is, should religious people care more about mass extinction? Provides a yes or no answer. It's a very focused topic, and you could probably write 5 pages on it explaining why or why not. So that can give you an idea of what your research questions should look like. So that, if you would like more information on this topic, you could check out the bibliography, which is more of a recommended readings versus a traditional bibliography, which is the sources used to write the report. These are not the sources used to write the report. So it provides this is more of a recommended reading. So it provides a list of books, articles, reports, and studies that you can go further for further research. The next step also provides similar information, but it will once again provide you with a more narrow topic. So here we have ecosystems, so disappearing species and ecosystems, disappearing species and global warming, which is what our topic was. Mass extinction, pollinators. So there's a lot of problems with bees not going, that are going extinct, and what that's going to mean for us. That could be a really interesting topic, as well as the polar bear one. So that is CQ Researcher. There is a cite button here. You can cite and get a MLA style citation. I would copy that citation, and then email it, put it in the message section of your email. When you email the report to yourself, that way you get the citation as well as a copy of the report. All right. So that is the CQ Researcher. Go back. There's extinct and polar bear. So back to the OneSearch. Where polar bear? So there are a few ways that this topic, that the full text will show up in the OneSearch. There's a link to full text. If you click on that, it will take you to this page here, and then you can either click on either of these links, their Nexus Uni or Gale in content, in context, and it should, assuming everything works, fingers crossed, link you to the full text of the article. And here it is. All right. You will also see PDF full text and occasionally HTML full text. Let's see if I can find one of those. Okay, so PDF full text will provide you with a PDF of the article, just as it would look like in a print publication. HTML full text will provide you with, basically, it will take the text of the article and it will put it onto the database. This can provide a lot of useful tools. First, there's a translate button, which will translate the article into a different language. Translate. No, it's not perfect, but back to English. Secondly, they're going to have a screen reader. This button right here, right underneath the title, will read the text to you, and you can pick the accent. So if you would prefer a British robot reading you this article or an Australian robot, you can have that. Then you just hit play and it will read each word and it will highlight it. So when you click on the title of any of your results, it will take you to the record. The record provides some very important information. First, we have the title. Authors are listed in order of importance. There's under source, you have the publications. So this is the magazine, newspaper, or journal that this article was published in. It'll tell you the date of publication, volumes and issue number, page number. It even tells you how long the article is. So this is a 14-page article and how many charts, graphs, or visual information is in the article. This can be useful information if you have a choice between PDF full text and HTML full text, because in HTML full text, you will not have that video information. All right. Any visual information is not going to be in HTML full text. Then we have subject terms and author supplied keywords. So what these can do is they can provide you with additional keywords that you can add to your search. You can also click on either of them and it will do a search for that. So DE in this case stands for descriptor. So basically all of these articles were tagged to be about polar bears. We're going to go back because our search was so specific. You don't really need to add any of the author supplied keywords, but it's definitely a good thing to look at if you're not getting the results you want. If you find one result, taking a look at the keywords can help you find more. My favorite part of the record is the abstract. Abstract provides a one-paragraph summary of the article. So oftentimes you would look at an article and based on the title, you would think, wow, this is just what I'm looking for. So you would download the article, start reading the article, only to be able to, only at the end, like about halfway through the introduction, which on some articles could be like a page in the app and a half in, realize, oh no, this is not what I wanted. So reading the abstract is going to save you a lot of time. It'll save you a lot of, well, would be GoPrint money, but now it's just going to be paper money. Well, all money's paper money, but I meant money on paper and ink, and it'll save you a lot of hair being teared out. So with that, on the side here we have tools. There is the Google Drive button, which will add the article to your Google Drive, and email, which will send you an email with the article in it. I recommend you take the title of the article and you paste that into the subject heading. That way you will know which article, which email has which article without having to open it up. I would also recommend you go to citation format, select MLA. That way, when you get this article, you will get an MLA style citation as well as the PDF of the article. All about working smarter, not harder. There's an additional cite button in case you do not want to email it to yourself, which contains the MLA style citation for the article. Double check the citation. It even gives you this nice little note here. Review the instructions at EBSCO Connect. Make any necessary corrections before using. Pay special attention to personal names, capitalizations, and dates. Lastly, and probably most importantly, is do not use the URL up at the top. So in the URL bar up at the very top, while this will work for websites such as Google or Wikipedia or any of those, it's not going to work for the databases. The issue is that in order to protect your privacy, the database will reset after about 20 minutes. So if you copy that and paste that link into a Word document and come back 21 minutes later and click on that URL, it's going to give you an error message. Also, there's not going to be it's also encrypted. So there's no information that you can use to get in the URL to get you back to this page. So if you must use a URL, there is a permalink button right down on the right-hand side here, permalink, and that will provide you with a near permanent URL. The only way this will change is if we change our proxy server, and we've done that once already, and we're never ever doing that again because it's a big pain in the butt. So that is what I have for you today. Best of luck on your projects. Just so you know, if you are searching within the OneSearch and you're having any trouble, there is this handy dandy right on the right-hand side here, chat with a librarian. You can put in your name if you want, and you can just ask a question, and a librarian will be on the line to help you out. Now, if it's 3 in the morning, there's not really much I can do to help you. However, if we go back to the library main page, we do have chat Q&A hours from 10 a.m. from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night. So as long as it's within that time frame, you'll be able to chat with a librarian using that. All right? So you can also send us an email at solib.suffolk.edu. Or you can call and leave us a message. There will not be anyone on the other line because of the COVID shutdown, but we will get the message in our email. So with that, that is all I have for you today. Best of luck on your projects.